So what I was just talking about is just what we can do is move the user coordinate system manually to the surface that we want to draw any 2D drawing and align the XY axis in a way that we want. But AutoCAD has another way of doing that. That's um, it's automatic way of doing that. Sometimes it's easy to use it, sometimes it's not, so depend on what we want to do. So if you come here at this lower right corner, um, click on uh, on uh, on that. You see, where is that? Line transfer. Oh, this one, the dynamic UCS here. So you see the dynamic UCS here. So it's basically automatically move the UCS here. So if I click on that, as you remember, if I click on that, it's not gonna turn it on or off. It just show it or hide it in this lower status bar. So click on that, and it's gonna be show it here on that status bar, and you can see it is on here. You can turn it off or you can turn it on. If it is on, it's usually try to figure out which surface you want to draw and temporarily move the coordinate system to that surface you want to draw on that while you're drawing. If it is on, as long as you click on the surface that you want, your first click you do is on the surface you are drawing, is temporarily move your coordinate system there. So again, consider this box and assume I want to draw something on top of that box. I assume I want to draw a circle on that box. So like the first way of doing that was previous. I said just use the UCS command, bring the X and Y on that surface and draw, and everything is going to be on that surface. The second way is just use that dynamic UCS. So if I click on the again circle, look at my mouse. As soon as I bring the mouse on top of that surface, that surface changed to blue. It means that when it changed, the color changed to blue, it means that as soon as I click on that surface, the coordinate system is gonna automatically move there for temporarily drawing, and when I'm done with drawing, it goes back where it is automatically. So if I, for example, click anywhere on that surface, as long as that's a blue, just look at it, my coordinate system is just jumped to that location I chose. Now I draw a circle, and as soon as I finish drawing a circle, my coordinate system goes back to where it was originally. Again, I can come here, assume I want to draw not on this right surface, so let me turn it off. So if I turn it off, so it's off, and I click on the circle and look at it, it doesn't change blue, it doesn't do anything. So if I come here and draw it, it's going to draw it on that horizontal XY surface here. It's not going to draw it on that surface. So again, one way of doing that is just bring the coordinate system here as we did before. So use the UCS to bring the coordinate system and put the X and Y on this surface and then draw it. Or if I come here and turn on that dynamic UCS, now see what happened as I click on the circle again. As soon as I bring my mouse on that surface, it turns blue, and as soon as I click, you see the coordinate system temporarily come there. Now I can draw whatever I want there, and then as soon as I click, my coordinate system goes back to where it is. So depend on what we are doing. Sometimes it's easier just to use that dynamic user coordinate system to draw to whatever surface we want to draw. Sometimes it's easier to move the user coordinate system to that surface, leave it there until we do all the drawing in that surface, and when we are done with the drawing in that surface, then moving it back to wherever it is. And when you start practicing, you will slowly figure out in which cases it's easier to move the coordinate system to that surface that you want, or in which case it's easier to use that dynamic user coordinate system. but I suggest just leave it on unless you face the condition that is gonna select the wrong surface that you don't want, then you can come and turn it off. Otherwise, just leave it on because it helps you to easier to draw that.